Rugby World Cup 2025. England crowned champions of the world. Who would have thought, eh? Literally everyone, to be honest. Apart from maybe like one or two people that were probably French supporters. Yeah. I had a really great time watching this World Cup, so much so that I'm making this video. Okay, so I can look back on it when I'm grey and old and remind myself why Georgia Miller is single-handedly the greatest rugby player of all time. So sit back, relax, while I go through some of my favourite parts of the 2025 World Cup. And just as a preface, so my trousers don't get pulled down and I'm not slapped in the face with a big old copyright strike, I'll be using a mixture of still images, animations and old footage in order to get my points across. Capiche? This World Cup was jam-packed full of seriously inspirational moments, none more than the two lowest ranked teams, Samoa and Brazil. The fact that Brazil were performing within this World Cup was a story within itself. I mean, they're currently ranked 25th in the world. Kazakhstan are ranked higher than them. I didn't even know Kazakhstan played rugby. And obviously Brazil play on the 7's circuit, but 15's is a completely different game. 8 players worth. But they still turned up and performed in the highest and most prestigious level of the game. I mean, don't get me wrong, they still got pumped every game. But these athletes performed in front of amazing crowds, creating memories that they themselves, their families at home, and their countries can be extremely proud of. And that's worth a whole lot more than me stood in front of a camera talking alone. The amount of adversity and work these players and staff have to go through to even get to this World Cup is truly inspirational. And to be able to perform with a smile on their faces every single game makes it so much better. During this World Cup, the world was exposed to a serious talent, Georgia Miller. And as much, right, as I want to call her the GOAT of the women's game, she's not. Yet. So I needed to come up with a new acronym for Georgia Miller. Instantly, my mind went to, whatever a baby goat was. And after a quick Google, I realised the kid just didn't feel right. So instead, I came up with the acronym LEGS, which isn't a comment on lower limbs. It simply stands for literally, eventually, the GOAT, seriously. Now, without fluffing Miller's ego pillow too much, I think she is a once-in-a-generation talent. And that's saying something, considering she's only 21 years old. She's got serious rugby swag, soon will ascend to GOATness, and manages to read the game like not many others can. I've been fortunate enough to watch Miller on the 7's circuit over the last couple of seasons. And the first time I watched her, I just knew that she's got it. Greatest of tomorrow, it's inevitable, trust. She poses the unique ability to be able to dominate in two major aspects of the game. Defensively, she makes strong tackles and timely turnovers, and in attack, she's able to cook defenders like their pasta. Possibly a super talented athlete. Her abilities allow her to essentially play anywhere on the pitch, which provides immense values to the other players around her. So I'm truly excited to see what happens next in her career. And with a Player of the Year nomination and a Breakthrough Player of the Year nomination, I'm clearly not the only one that thinks she's a wizard. You probably thought there was going to be another acronym then, didn't you? Silly you, that would be ridiculous. Rocking in defense, inspiring courage, unleashing lightning! Stop right there. If you haven't liked nor subscribed to the channel yet, then your country will never ever compete in the World Cup ever again. Pretty scary, right? Okay, you can continue. This tournament has been one for the books, smashing milestone after milestone in the name of throwing around a darn oval ball. First of all, the tournament itself was bigger than ever, boasting 16 teams as opposed to 12 teams in tournaments gone by. Most of the games were fairly competitive, some complete washouts, but that's just an unfortunate byproduct of some of the games essentially being professionals versus semi-professionals. It's just like if I was to walk into a boxing ring with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson would be Stadium attendance records were smashed with 80,000 plus people stuffed into Allianz Twickenham for the final. A complete sellout and the highest attendance at a women's rugby game ever. And boy, was that atmosphere good. I was lucky enough to be there on finals day, and it's safe to say that that stadium had more bounce than a trampoline convention. Who made me say that? Because that's just naff, isn't it? In front of everyone. And you've just made me say it. Come on. UK viewing figures smashed as well. South Africa got to a quarter final for the first time in their history. Teams were able to play at iconic English stadiums, and we got to witness on-field cannibalism for the first time at a World Cup. Literally, someone bit someone. You heard me. A player bit another player. I mean, it's completely illegal, of course. But that's got to be another World Cup first. And that's cause for celebration, in my book.
Life like this sure is sweet, huh? It definitely is.
The way the Red Roses go about their business is truly scary. And I'm not talking about a group of floral enthusiasts during a drought. I'm talking about the World Cup 2025 champions. The win rate of this team is truly absurd, right? They originally went on a 30-game winning streak between 2019 to 2022, just losing to the Black Ferns in the final of the last World Cup. And since then, they haven't lost again. The last time they lost, I still thought I had a chance of becoming a professional rugby player. I'm now 24, alone, in my room, talking to a camera. The Red Roses are a serious force to be reckoned with, you know, defensively sound, attacking threats left, right and centre, and tactically superior. I think what impresses me the most about the Red Roses is their kicking game. I think their kicking game makes them stand out from the rest. Although I think that kicking is innately anti-fun, I think that teams that are able to clear their lines effectively, put tactical nudges over the top, and are able to sprinkle in the occasional 50-22 are far more superior than their floppy-footed counterparts. Now, I'm obviously English and wanted England to win, but I couldn't help but get behind that amazing Canadian team. Not only because they play some extremely exciting rugby, had to essentially crowdfund their way to the World Cup, but because they embodied everything that's so special about rugby. And although they didn't come away with that World Cup glory that they so desperately wanted, they can be extremely proud for what they did. Not only for themselves, but for their country. But England deserved that win. They are the best in the world and have been the best in the world for quite some time now. But their streak will have to end eventually. This tournament has entertained the masses by showing the world some of the best women's rugby players on the planet, whilst also making it fun. Fun! Rugby! Fun! What an outrageous statement to make. I truly hope that this tournament has a long-lasting legacy and effect on women's rugby and sport, inspiring the next generation to take up the game, and hopefully even maybe inspiring some of those old farts to get their boots back on. Because at the end of the day, this tournament was so much more than lifting a trophy. It was a celebration of women's rugby. Well, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments what your favourite part of the tournament was. Yeah, thanks. Apologies for my hiatus for the last couple of months. I've been very busy with work and life and all that kind of boring stuff. But I'm back making content. So, yeah, should be good fun. See you in the next video. Right. Cha-cha. Cha-cha? I meant to say ta-ta. Okay, bye. Anyway, stop it now. Bye.